And I am so excited to bring on my first guest. And everyone knows that I made it possible for everybody to talk about themselves on the radio. Who doesn't like to talk about themselves? We're also live on Facebook. So hi, everybody out there that's watching on Facebook. I want to go in with my first guest. I have with me Jamie Flesher, and she is a registered nurse with over 33 years of experience in the healthcare industry. She is also a certified geriatric care manager and a certified dementia practitioner. She is the owner and president of Legacy Home Care. Welcome to the show. She also has with her Allison Shar. Allison is a registered medical assistant with over 10 years of experience in healthcare. She is a care coordinator and assisted living placement specialist for Legacy Home Care, as well as a certified laughter leader. I love that. Welcome to the show. I should say back to the show. You guys were on my show a while back. Now we're going to do it a little bit more time. Welcome back to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourselves and what you do.
Well, thank you so much, Carol, for having us back. We're delighted to be here. So we provide non-medical home care services for people who wish to remain at home.
Okay. Now, how long have you been doing this?
We have been in business for a little over 10 years.
That's a very long time. Now, what are the services that you offer at Legacy Home Care?
We offer 3 main services: caregiving services, assisted living placement, and geriatric care management.
Now, when people work with you, how do they get in contact? I've got to get this information out there because you want to tell them a little bit about that. Your website is?
LegacyHomeCare.net.
Okay. And do they call you, get a consultation with you? How does that work?
Yeah, people can just call us at 480-777-0070. We are available 24/7.
So it's LegacyHomeCare.net.
Yes.
Okay. And then the phone number to call them, it's 480-777-0070. They call you. They have to have a consultation with you. And then you can place people from what their needs are. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about the caregiving services and what you offer.
Okay. So, again, we specialize in helping people remain at home because home is where their heart is. And sometimes people can remain at home with just a little bit of assistance. So we can assist with personal care, such as assistance with bathing, dressing, toileting, grooming, transferring, walking, to homemaking services such as cooking, cleaning, a little bit of light housekeeping, laundry, doing grocery shopping, running errands for them. But most importantly, we offer companionship, like walking or helping them stay active with daily exercise, which is hard to do alone. Or we could do like play cards or do mindful activities to keep their mind sharp, or attend community events and take them to senior centers.
Okay. Now, do you work with people valley-wide?
Yes.
Now, the phone number to call them so that you can put this number down and write it down, because something like this, it could be somebody that's listening to you. They might have somebody that they're living with that needs something like
Absolutely.
this. They also might have maybe, and I'm just giving them food for thought to think about, but it also could be that you do have a parent. I know both of my parents ended up with that situation. They lived in California, but they did need help, and it was wonderful to have somebody in the house, there in their home, and like you said, home is where their heart is, which is really, really neat. The website to check them out is LegacyHomeCare.net. Their phone number to call direct, it's 480-777-0070. Okay, Allison, I want to talk a little bit about the assisted living placement services. Let's talk a little bit about that.
All right. So we want to, encourage people. And we know that they want to live in their own homes for as long as possible. And that is our goal with helping them with caregivers coming in. But there may come a time in their lives when that's no longer a safe option. So, and maybe family is busy, they're raising kids, they're working, maybe family is out of state, and to have a caregiver come in 24/7 to help an individual is very costly. So a better option might be for them to go to a care home, a group home, or maybe maybe at assisted living or a memory care. And so where we come in is we come out and do an assessment. There is no charge for this service, no charge for the placement services at all. Find out what their needs are, what they need help with, where do they want to live, what area. Family may want it close to they can go visit mom and dad as often as possible. We also want to talk to them about budget and options available there. And then from there, we do our research. We, have talked with directors at care homes and communities valley-wide. And if it's someplace that we would place our parents and, it would be something that would fit that family's needs, we will present that family with several options. We're happy to go and tour those options with them, help them ask any questions they may need to ask, and that way they can make an educated decision on the best place for their loved one to go.
So I want to say this. I mean, it's just not every home care assisted living place is for everyone.
That's right.
Right. And so and I love the idea that you have this all under one roof. So
yes.
Not only can you help them with the caregiving, because you could be caregiving somebody and doing it for quite some time, and then all of a sudden they may need at that point that you've done your job, but they've gotten older or things might happen. And I have to do this, and I just have to, because it's just too. And I know you can answer this. So because some people also, what are some of the signs when they're getting to that point where they might need that?
Well, falling is a big one. So, if an individual may have a caregiver coming out, 4 hours several times a week, but what do they do the other rest of the time? And so that is one of our biggest. People may forget to eat. And so we find people that are literally starving, and that affects their overall health. Hygiene, again, something that compromises their health. When you start to see signs like that, or just medication management is another huge one. Mom and dad forget to take their medication. They don't take it on time. They take, 2 days at the same time. Presents real problems. And so this is something when a community or a care home can provide that 24-hour supervision and take care of all those needs for them.
Now, this service that you offer is for free.
It is for free.
And you also will do tours with them as well. Okay. And so when they talk to you, they can call you up and get a consultation and find out where they're at with it first.
Yeah. I'll go out and meet with them. I'm very happy to sit down with them. And, we want to find out what their needs are, because the ultimate goal is safety for their loved one.
Are you valley-wide? Do you work with people so that you can do that valley-wide as well, and you go to their homes? Because that's nice, because home is where their heart is,
Absolutely.
That's what you say.
Yes.
Again, their website is legacyhomecare.net. Their phone number direct, you can call them. They'll do consultations with you. It's 480-777-0070. So we have a couple of more minutes before we go to a break. Just tell us a little tiny bit about the geriatric care management, because I know that's very big. So I want to go into a little bit. We'll go to a break and we'll come back and talk further. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, in short, we come alongside of individuals who can no longer care for themselves, maybe due to memory issues. And so we will come and do a comprehensive assessment to see what their needs are, offer recommendation, and provide a care plan, which may include medication management, taking them to the doctor, teaching them, explaining what the doctor is recommending, and maybe coordinate care and services in the home for them, and also refer them out to community resources such as home health, hospice, palliative care, or even legal services to get some of the paperwork done.
So this is just another step. It's just different step than the assisted living.
Yes.
Am I right? To me, and so so I have to understand this because I'm the listener. Okay. So what is the difference between having geriatric care as opposed to assisted living? This is where they're still a little bit more aware in the assisted living, where here maybe in the geriatric they're not?
With geriatric care management, we can come alongside individuals who are still at home, but they're just requiring a little bit more assistance with managing their care, someone to go to the doctor's appointments with them, and someone to help them even plan for long-term care. And we can help family members with education and training family members that are helping that individual.
When we come back, I want to talk further about this because it's very important. Again, we've got what we're going to do is check them out on their website. It is legacyhomecare.net. Their phone number direct, it's 480-777-0070. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Jamie Flesher and also Allison Shar. They're with Legacy Home Care. We've been talking a little bit about the geriatric care management that you offer, and I want to talk a little bit more about what that really is, because you specialize in that. So let's talk about it.
So we get a lot of phone calls from family members that are out of state, that are away from their loved one, because we're in Arizona, we're the snowbird state, and their mom and dad are here, and they're not in town, and they're in crisis. Mom was helping dad, and now she's in the hospital. Who's going to take care of dad? So I get these phone calls from family members that are just needing for someone to come along and help them, so I can come along and help the family members, help the individual go to the hospital, be a patient advocate, and then help them think through what they need to do in order to get mom home safely, from the hospital, or maybe home is no longer going to be an option for her. So we can talk about how to plan for that discharge from the hospital.
Wow. So there is a lot that goes on with that. That is something very special, especially with people who have the family members are out of town. And there's so many of them like that.
Yes.
And that makes it hard.
You know what I think is really important is for people to do pre long-term care planning and to plan for those emergencies before they happen. People don't think about it, but it can happen to any of us.
Right.
And are we ready? And that's what I hope to be able to help people think through and plan for those emergencies.
Right. I mean, this is something that I mean, you're working with people when you do that. It's almost too late because they're in
crisis mode.
But that is very important for everybody to do that. Though I do know how important, though, there are a lot of people that do get suddenly ill. I mean, there are people, my dad was one of them. I mean, he was 91 and he was fine. I was playing the piano with me that morning and we were fine. And boom. It just happened that fast.
Right.
So, I mean, that's how fast. And yet, yes, he did already have his plans and all that kind of stuff. And thank you very much for that, Dad. But there are so many people that don't.
Right.
And again, if you're out of town, you can be their advocate. You can talk for them. Is that how it sort of works?
Yes.
Yeah. So the best thing for them to do is call you and have a consultation with you and find out what it is that you can do to help.
Right.
And it's anywhere from, I mean, I want to get this back because we went to a break. I mean, literally that you can just do the in-care day-to-day, have somebody come in, do the medications, but you do that too?
We can remind. Our caregivers can remind.
Right.
Because we are non-medical.
You're not administering.
Right. So as long as the family sets up the med set, or a nurse, has
Well, explain that, Lucy, because you have to talk about that because it's non-medical care. So let's talk about what that means.
Okay. So non-medical care means that we do activities of daily living, which would be things that you and I do on a regular basis in our homes. And it could be anywhere from our personal care, our showering, our toileting, our preparing our meals, our cleaning our house, exercising, that type of thing. Whereas home health, they come in and do the medical aspect. Now, we work up and we team with home health, but we are non-medical, so our caregivers are not allowed to administer medication. However, they can remind when it's time.
Right.
Because it's been set up for them in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I got it too. I have that too.
Exactly. We need that.
I feel like I'm a geriatric already. So here's the thing, though. It starts with that. You can do anything from that type of care to maybe they need to now be placed into a home, which you offer. That's also a free service that you offer, to actually being the advocate of the patient possibly as well. Okay.
You're absolutely right.
There you go. So it's legacyhomecare.net. Their phone number to call, it's 480-777-0070. And they say home is where the heart is, and it really is. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the payment process of that. I know you like to talk, you have it down here. So what's the pay process?
Sure. So we work with a lot of long-term care insurance policies. So if an individual or a couple has set up a policy, They can state whether or not that's going to help with caregiving down the line, or assisted living, that type of thing. So we work with most of those. We also work with the VA. The VA has a benefit called aid in attendance. So if an individual is a veteran, they may qualify for this money that helps pay for a caregiver. And they also offer respite, which is so important for the family caregivers. If you're a family caregiver, you are helping an individual 24/7, and you have to take care of yourselves, or statistics show that oftentimes the family caregiver has worse health or even passes away before the actual person.
And they're wonderful people, by the way. They're wonderful.
Wonderful people. And so the VA offers respite, which again, a veteran, it's a phone call to the VA to find out, how to get this.
And it doesn't matter how much, because believe me, anything helps.
Absolutely. Right. And then also, most of the people do pay out of pocket. We do also the work with Arizona Long-Term Care System, Alltex, and which is basically Medicaid for long-term care. So again, if an individual qualifies medically and financially, they can receive government aid that will pay for the caregiving or to help with their long-term care.
Now, your caregivers, we've been talking a little bit about.
Yes.
Are they trained, and how do they get trained?
Yes, so we are a direct care worker approved trainer with the state of Arizona. We use the Principles of Caregiving curriculum. So we hire certified nursing assistant and direct care workers. So if they have not had training, we will train them. So they go through the initial caregiving training, but they're also need to have 6 hours of mandatory continuing education. And because we specialize in chronic disease management and dementia, we train our caregivers on how to care for individuals who have disease such as congestive heart failure, COPD, diabetes, hypertension, dementia, you name it. And we also train family caregivers.
Yes.
Are you looking for family caregivers? I know.
Yes, we're always looking for caregivers, and family caregivers need just as much assistance.
If you're that type, and it takes a very special person, they would love for you to call them. They will work with you.
Yes.
The phone number to call, again, it's 480-777-0070. I want to jump to a couple of different things, because we're going to run out of time, okay?
Sure.
What sets you apart really fast, because I do want to go about the laughter therapy.
Okay.
I want to get there. Go ahead.
Okay, so we are a family-owned agency, so we have a very personalized approach to caregiving, and we are the only full-service agency, meaning that we provide the things we've talked about, the caregiving, the geriatric care managing, the placement assistance. We help with life and legacy planning. We offer a screening called TK3, which screens for cognition, mood, and mobility, and we actually are offering that free to individuals who call our office and come into the office. So that is something to help us determine, what resources might be helpful for them. We are proud members of the Arizona National Home Care Association, as well as Seniors Choice.
Wow. So there's a lot of things that set
There's
you
a
apart.
lot of things that set us
And you can
apart.
see that information on the website.
Yes.
Which is legacyhomecare.net. Put it in. It's .net. Okay. I've got to talk about the laughter therapy really quickly.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk about it.
Well, so we've talked about the activities of daily living, helping people physically, but we want to bring some joy and, some happiness into people's lives. Statistics show that children laugh about 300 times a day, adults about 17. So we can see that throughout life, as bumps and bruises come our way, we kind of forget to laugh and have fun. So laughter therapy, I'm a certified laughter leader with the World Laughter Tour.
How fun is that?
It's a blast. And it was founded by a psychologist, Stephen Wilson, out of Ohio in 1998. And so what I do is I go into communities or organizations and I teach groups how to do breathing and relaxation exercises. We talk about the benefits of laughter, which are so many. And then we do mild laughter exercises, which simulate laughter, but it stimulates laughter. And we know it's that mirthful laughter, that laughter we do when something's really funny to us, that brings those benefits.
I'll tell you, it's funny. I think that most people who are older, that are old, that really, they need this too.
Yes.
They would say, well, it hurts to laugh,
Yeah.
right? I was thinking but they need to laugh. They need to have some
laugh.
happiness in their
They do.
in their life.
And just really quickly, some of the benefits people don't realize. With our brains, our left and our right hemisphere work together when we laugh. Helps with our memory. It helps us learn better. It's a cardiovascular workout. Our thymus gland actually is stimulated by vibration. And when we laugh, that stimulates that thymus gland, which helps boost our immune system. It helps with chronic pain, relaxation, certainly helps with depression. So many, benefits because it really changes our body's chemistry when we laugh.
Absolutely. What is your, really quickly, because we have less than a minute, what your biggest challenge is in your business?
Oh my gosh, I could use 100 caregivers.
There you go.
The biggest challenge is not finding enough caregivers to meet the demand
Quality.
of need in the community. And yes, we are very selective with caregivers that we select, to represent us. But we need more caregivers. So any of you listening out there, and you want to get into a very, very rewarding field of helping people remain in their home, please give us a call. Visit our website.
The number to call them, it's 480-777-0070. The website is legacyhomecare.net. They are looking for people. They would love to help anybody out there. If you have a family member, if you are a caregiver, they'd love to have you work with them. 480-777-0070.